Hello students, I am Anju Bansal and I welcome you all to today's English grammar class. Today we are going to learn about regular and irregular verbs. Now verbs. What is a verb first of all? A verb is a word that tells an action or what the noun did. And you also know that a verb changes according to the tense. You must have noticed, no, in the present tense when we write, the verb is different, and when we are changing in the tense, like when we are changing from present to past, it changes its form. Okay, there are different forms like present form. You remember the three forms that we have learned in the previous classes also. The present form, that is the first form, or it is also called the base form. Okay, second form is a past form, and the third form that we have done is our past participle, which we always use with has, have, or had. So here are some examples. Let us see how they change. Okay, like walk is in the present tense, but when you are changing it to the past tense, walk changes to walked. For example, a sentence I would like to give you here: I walk to school every day. That is your simple present tense. But when we are changing it into the simple past tense, what will it become? I walked to school yesterday. You have changed it. Okay, walk has become to walked. Similarly, talk becomes talked in the past tense, jump changes to jumped, dance changes to danced. Now eat, see what how eat has changed. Eat has not changed to eated. What has it become? Ate. Do, do has changed into did. And sleep, in the past tense, sleep we don't write sleeped. Is it right to write sleeped? No, we make it slept. Make changes to made. So do you think there is a difference between these verbs? Do you see there is some difference between these verbs? Yes, some of the verbs are changing by simply adding D or ED to them, and some of the verbs which are changing fully. Like here we can see the example. Here, see base form, that is your present tense, past form and past participle form. See the verbs given over here. Arrive changes to arrived in the past tense, and it also changes again to the arrived in the past participle. So here we have changed by adding ed. So it is a regular verb. We can classify our verbs like regular or irregular on the basis of the pattern how they change in the past form. If a verb changes completely, like drink becomes drank in the past tense and past participle, it has become drunk. Have we added ed or d to it? No, the whole spelling, the whole word has changed. So this is an irregular verb. Regular means by changing ed. So you again, by when we are forming the past tense of a regular verb, we add d or ed. Okay, you have understood till here, I suppose. Now, when do we add d or ed? How do we know when to add d or when to add ed? What is the difference in adding d and ed? For this, we have to notice the verb. Okay, if you read the verb, you will notice if a regular verb ends in a vowel. Ends in a vowel means vowels are A, E, I, O, U. So if your verb is ending in a vowel, that means if the last alphabet in your verb is a vowel, like for example, if you say C-A-R-E, care, okay, it is ending in a vowel. So what will it become in the past tense? We will add only D because E is already there. So we will add only D. But if it ends in a consonant, like for example, walk, it is ending, last alphabet is K. K is a consonant. So only ED is added. Now, let us look at some of the examples given to you. Let us read here. They are changing from present to the past tense. How we have changed. See the verbs which are given to you. Change, bake, purchase, state, behave. What did you notice in all these verbs? What is common in all these verbs? They are all ending in a vowel. Okay, they are all ending with an E at the end. You can notice the last alphabet in all the verbs, they are all E. So how will we change them in the past tense? They will change to, you will be just adding D. Okay, because E is already there. So we don't have to write again ED. We will only add D and it will become, change will become changed. Bake will become baked. Purchase will become purchased. State will become stated. And behave becomes behaved. Now, let us see these examples. Some of the other examples are given here. And what do you notice here? All these verbs are ending in consonants. Okay, all the letters in your alphabet other than the vowels are called consonants. So here we see walk changes into walked in the past tense. Crush becomes crushed in the past tense. Pick becomes picked in the past tense. And clean becomes cleaned in the past tense. We have added ed over here. In all these verbs, we have added e as well as d because they are all ending in consonants. Now here is another group of verbs. They are all ending with y in the present tense, in the base form. When your verb is ending in a y, then what do? You remove that y and instead of that you add I, E, D. Okay, so when the verb is ending in a y, you change that y into I, E, D in the past tense as well as in the past participle. So cry becomes cried, not C-R-Y-E-D. That is a wrong spelling. Cry becomes cried. Whenever Y is there, you will change it to I-E-D. Cry becomes cried and cried. Studied changes to studied and studied. Marry becomes married and married. Now let us see these verbs. This is another set of verbs given to you here and see how they are changing into the past tense, how we are changing them in the past tense. Build. Build changes into built. Bring changes into brought. Break becomes broke. Rise becomes rose. Catch becomes caught. Fly becomes flew. Throw changes to threw. Steal becomes stole. Swim changes into swam. So what did you notice in all these verbs? We are not changing them by adding ed or d, but they have changed completely. Why? Because all of these are irregular verbs. We don't add d or ed to the words to make them into the past tense. They don't have any fixed pattern like regular verbs. They are irregular verbs. So they don't take any fixed pattern. And so there is no rule applicable to change from the present to the past form. The only thing we have to do is we have to learn them. We have to understand and learn all these words because there is no fixed pattern to change them. So irregular verbs also can be classified into different groups by the way they are formed, by the way they change. Okay, so there are 4 different categories of irregular verbs. Here, this is the first group of irregular verbs. Can you notice what is there in this group? Can you notice? Can you see why they are classified as the same? Here you will notice that all the 3 verb forms are the same. The verb is the same in the present tense, in the past tense, as well as in the past participle. It is not changing at all. Put becomes put in the past tense. And even in the past participle, it remains put. Cut is changed, it is become cut in the past tense, and it remains cut in past participle also. Hurt is same as hurt in the past tense, and in the past participle also you use it as hurt. So here you notice that all the three verb forms are the same and they are all irregular verbs. So this is the first type of group where all the three verb forms are the same. Now here we have the second group of irregular verbs, and what do you notice here? Just take a glance and see what do you notice over here. You see that a verb changes in the past form and as well as in the past participle, it remains the same like past tense as well as past participle, it remains the same, but in the base form it is different. Here let us see the example. First verb is buy. It changes to bought in the past participle as well as bought in the past participle. So in the past and past participle, it remains the same. Feel changes to felt in past and past participle also. It remains felt. Win changes to one in the past tense and one in the past participle also. So here you have noticed that your verb is different in present tense and in the past as well as past participle it changes. Now here is your third group of irregular verbs, and what do you notice here? That the present tense, the base form and past participle are the same, but in the past form it changes. Let us see here the first example. In the base, in the present tense, we use it as come. When you change it to the past, it changes to came, and as in the past participle the verbs are used along with has, have or had. Okay, so it remains the same as the present tense. Again it does become come. So you notice here present tense and past participle are same and past tense is different. Become changes into became in the past tense and become in the past participle. Run changes to ran in past tense and run in past participle. Now here is your last group of irregular verbs, and what do you see here? You see that all the three forms are different here. In the base form, in the past form, as well as in the past participle form. Everywhere it is changing. The verb is changing its form in all the three tenses. Okay, so break changes into broke in the past tense and it changes into broken in past participle. Go changes to went and gone in the past participle. Swim changes into swam in past tense and it becomes swum in past participle. So let us just revise. I hope you all have understood the difference between regular and irregular verb. Very important to learn that a verb changes, that the verb changes according to the tense, and based on the verb forms, they can be classified into regular as well as irregular verbs. Now just try to recollect what you have learned. What are the regular verbs? They follow a fixed pattern while changing the form. There is a fixed pattern. Okay, there is a particular rule what they follow when they change from present tense to the past tense. But irregular verbs, as the name goes, irregular. Irregular means nothing regular about it. There is no fixed pattern. They change anyhow. They change the whole spelling. They might not change. So there is no rule to irregular verbs. Secondly, A regular verb, how it is formed, how it is changed. A regular form in the past tense, it always changes by adding either a D, an ed, or ied. Okay, you always add d, ed, or ied to the base form. Base form means to the present tense. Whereas in irregular verbs, you cannot form it by adding any fixed characters. Like I said, there is no rule, no fixed characters. ऐसा कुछ भी नहीं है कि इसमें यही rule लगेगा. No, they can just change anyhow. So I hope students you all have understood now. Now this is just a little small practice, some exercise to test what you have learned till now. Okay, let us see some examples which are given here to fill in the blanks with the past form of the verbs. First sentence I'll take, I baked a cake yesterday. What is the verb here? Baked. This is the simple past tense. Now, is it a regular or an irregular verb? It is a regular verb. Why? Because it is changed in the past tense by adding D. Now what have we added here? Only single D. Why only D? Because the verb is ending in a vowel. Yes. Second one, she packed the suitcases. Now what is the verb here? The verb is regular or irregular? It is a regular verb. And how do we know? Because we have added ed to the base form. This is the base form and we have added ed to it. Now why only ed? Why not just d? Like we added d here. Why did we add ed here? Because this k is a vowel or consonant. It is a consonant. So we add E and D. Third one, I forgot to buy milk. You have changed the verb completely. This is forget and you are not adding ed or d. You have made it forgot. So you have changed the entire word. So it is an irregular verb. Next sentence, I gave my mother a gift. The base form is give and you have changed it to gave. No ed, no d, no ied. So it is an irregular verb. He studied hard for his exams. Now what do we have here? We have this is your base verb and there is a y here. So you have changed it by adding IED. IED. So is it regular or irregular? It is regular. Very good. I hope you all have understood this now. You have understood the difference between a regular and an irregular verb. Students, please try to practice and learn some of your irregular verbs. Try to learn as many irregular verbs as you can. Thank you for today and goodbye.